Hello guys, welcome to the new video, and today we just have a short look at the very specific Mitsubishi Colt or Renault Clio made by the Czech import of the brand. So they've done a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of remapping, then they gave it this sporty looking wrap with the performance, but it boasts the rally art badge, as you can see, and the Mitsubishi Motors logo. So what they've done, let's have a closer look. These are just some simple mods they've done, nothing really that deep, but they've given the car fantastic tires. Eagle F1 Super Sport tires, really grippy, working extremely well when they're heated up. We have the Otis Racing Super Turismo discs, so very lightweight discs. These are 18-inch wheels with the tires of 205/40 ZR18. So in terms of grip, this car is fantastic. They also given the car a little bit of like all of these aero lips front and also rear. That's the Mustang. So this fake looking diffuser, but I actually have to say it looks rather cool. Yeah, they also have the performance badge in here, and they've also done a little bit of tweaking with the geometry. So the car, instead of running toe out, is now running a big, really quite big toe in, which of course helps the car rotating and being quite nice to drive. And also the exhaust, don't know if you can hear that, but it seems like the exhaust has a slightly better sound. That's about it. In terms of the interior, there isn't much to talk about. It's just the basic Renault Clio interior, really. You only have the floor mats with the performance badge, and yeah, as you can see, that's about it. Under the bonnet, there were another improvements. Let's have a close look. Oh, so here is the engine, and as you can see, nothing is changing here, but there was a remap to this engine, so it now has 95 kilowatts and 220 newton meters. So that's like almost 130 horsepower. And I think for a car that weighs 1195 kilos, that's actually a good performance for the engine. But anyway, that's about it. It's getting really crazy in here. So let's sit inside the car. And let's have a closer look about how this car handles on the mountain pass, where it is as busy as ever on a Sunday evening. Okay, let's go and see what this car can do. So we have almost 130 horsepower at 1195 kilos, which is not the lightest. You can get the Clio even lighter than that, but this is with all of the equipment, and you can see already how the car is dancing. I can feel it, how it's dancing on the rear because of the big toe in. And this is it's going slightly sideways. This Clio has the traction control always on, so you can have a little bit of fun, but still you're gonna be very, very safe. But this is really fantastic. So, you know, while the power is not massive, 130 horsepower, it at least feels like a warm hatch, like a Swift Sport. So that's good. It has beautiful steering thanks to these 18-inch wheels and small sidewall tires. This is really rather good, and the brakes are great still. It's very sharp turn in, and you can see sometimes it just flies on the rear just like this. That's a good fun. That's a proper fun with this car. So the toe in completely transformed the car, giving it a much more playful rear than at the normal Clio. Normal Clio has a big toe out because they want stability, they want safety for you and your passengers. In this Clio, it's completely different. Let's do it again after the traffic. All right, let's try and do it up the hill so you can see the performance. So yeah, they've tuned the engine 1.0 with the indirect injection, which is great because indirect injection is good for reliability. And you can see this car is now much more playful. It's much better on the rear because it rotates into the corner. You see, like now I have to play with it. Yeah. Anyway, there is a little bit of traction control. but it's actually great fun, you know. So, and this is the only car, and in that Mitsubishi does is in Czech-Slovak Republic, where you can actually get this and pay for this. And you know what? I think if they have to sell Renaults, this is probably what they should stick to. They should just make sporty version of the basic Renault and sell it as a Mitsubishi. And that's great. Look at this. You can have plenty of fun. And because the car doesn't have a different track width, it's just nice and playful, and also the stability system gets into play and saves the car. So you can have loads of fun while being still very, very safe. That's pretty cool. See? And sometimes when you do this, you just unsettle the car and the system just saves it. You need to know what you want to do with the car. You need to be certain in your inputs, but you can corner very quickly. Look at these, and you feel the lightness and the sharpness of the car in your hands. That's pretty cool. And the brakes are actually decent still, although they are standard brakes. They are not upgraded brakes, but they are decent for the car still. And while it feels a little bit like a homemade tuning, for sure it's still loads of fun. I would just be interested. I'm not quite sure if they give warranty on this. I'm really not sure about this. So you go around here and put it into third and go like this. So we go to the second part of the hill, and you can corner. And it's just, you know, it's when the rear gets loose, it's sliding with all four wheels really. And yeah, I mean, this is just proper fun that you can have on the hill. Look at this. And then here comes the brakes, normal one piston brake calipers. Dang, it's good. And then you go into the sharp corner like this, and the car rotates really nicely. This is maybe, you know, we were all lacking the RS model of the 5th generation Clio, and I think this is half of the RS model in terms of chassis. They've done actually a good setup with the geometry and with these low profile tires and the lightweight wheels. They've done a good job, and so at least we can have half of the Clio RS. So if you may be thinking about buying a slightly sporty Clio or maybe slightly more fun, you know, this is what you can pay up for and enjoy actually quite a bit. So I really do like this car. I like that it exists. I really do like it and enjoy it, and you can just feel how it unsettles at the rear. It's fantastic. You can see it is just so much fun. You put it into second and you flick it into there. It gets moved on the second. There was the off-camber corner, so in the end we got the understeer, but this is really good fun. It is safe fun as well. The car is still very safe, very easily controllable, and you can just drive so quickly. Look at this. 140 down the hill into fourth as a Nissan, and we cannot quite corner very fast because we have the rider in here. So I think that would be enough of the hooning of the car. I hope I showed you that it's a fun car. They've done a really good job. They created a really fun Mitsubishi Colt Renault Clio, a car that we should be happy for. Of course, there could be still some improvements to the car made, but overall, fantastic fun. Yeah, maybe let me just tell you some other things about the usability of such car. So with the chip tuning of an engine, the fuel consumption is slightly different than with the normal 1.0 Clio, the standard one. There the combined efficiency is at 5 liters, 5.1 liters at 100 kilometers. In this case, it's at 6.8 liters, 6.7, 6.8 liters per 100 kilometers, given by the low profile tires, sporty tires, maybe also the geometry as well. But it's still a rather efficient car if you want to. It's also a very well equipped car. In this case, You have the full equipment level, you have the parking assistant, 360-degree camera, you can change the modes, you have the full power, of course, in the sports mode, you have heated seats, heated steering wheel, everything. So it's also a daily car, very good daily. What I also like about the Clio is the sitting position, really low, in this case also behind the center of the wheelbase of the car, so quite a nice and driver's position. So boy, it is a fun car to drive, and I think this is a very good idea for Mitsubishi when they can't sell a lot of homemade Japanese cars like the Outlander and the cars from the past. They can at least create something like this out of the Renault and create some market, some market for the improved Renault cars. Yeah, so I think that would be about it to this video. And if you found it useful or enjoyed it, well, keep watching, keep subscribing, because more videos are coming on very soon, and I hope to see you in the very next video. In the meantime, take care of you and goodbye.